There are some practical aspects, to listening. And those practical aspects, I've listed at least about 10 practical aspects. And I'm just going to discuss them a little bit. Number one, make sure that you can hear what is being said. There is no way you are able to listen effectively when you can't hear what the speaker is saying. So, for instance, if there are noises coming from outside, you might need to be in a position to close the windows or move closer to the speaker, or maybe, ask the speaker to stop talking until the noises have actually not stopped. That way, you are able to be in a position to hear what the speaker is saying, and effectively you'll be able to listen to what they are saying. Number two, you need to be motivated. Please show the speaker that you are interested in what the speaker is talking about. Don't yawn, the speaker is talking to you and you are busy yawning, or you are looking at something else. That's a clear indication that you are demotivated and you are not interested in what the speaker is talking about. Show interest. Listening requires that the listener shows interest. And how do you do that? By maintaining eye contact with the speaker. Like, can you imagine somebody's talking out there and you're busy looking all over? That indicates that you are really not interested in what is being said. Please, you can tell me and say, look, you can multitask, you can do anything and all that. That is not true. The reality of the matter is that you are not interested in what is being said. And your ability to show interest is just by maintaining eye contact. One important aspect of listening is for you to place yourself in the thoughts and the feelings of the speaker. If you do not do that, you will only hear what you want to hear and miss out on what the speaker is actually saying. In your mind, you would be telling yourself, no, man, you have your own message in your mind, different from what, the speaker says. So there is the need, by the listener to place himself or herself in the thoughts and the feelings of the speaker so that you will catch the context of what the speaker is talking about. Listening requires that one asks questions, but you are not going to be asking questions, at anyhow. For example, if somebody's talking and you interject, you are basically disrupting the speaker, and you become actually you become a very disruptive influence in the whole speech. Therefore, there is a need for one to be in a position to ask questions at the right times. When and where do you ask questions? The speaker himself or herself will give you an indication where one should actually ask questions. When the speaker pauses to indicate that he or she wants to move on to the next point, that's when you can actually ask questions. When you ask questions, in the middle of the speech, you disrupt the speaker, you disrupt other listeners, and it actually demonstrates that you yourself are not listening. Don't interrupt. Now, this is very important. There is a big problem specifically with this issue, because sometimes when a speaker is talking, he might actually look for one or two words in his mind, and then sometimes you find that the listener will just come up with a word. Now, you are not supposed to do that. That's interrupting. Allow the speaker, please listen, allow the speaker to find the right words and complete his sentences. Do not complete sentences for the speaker. So interruption, please don't say you're helping the speaker. Do not say that the speaker needs you coming, you've got ideas and all that. The speech is not yours, it belongs to somebody else. You are there as a listener, as an effective listener. Just show interest, do not interrupt. Do not just pay attention to what is just being said. That is not enough. You need to be in a position, one, to assess the speaker's intonation, two, his gestures, posture, and whatever he's saying. Because when he's talking, he's using movements, he's using his voice, he's using gestures that might mean something else. So in that context, in order for you to understand and to be an effective listener, you need to look at everything that the speaker is actually saying. reformulate and summarize whatever is being said by the speaker. You can only do this once the speaker has indicated that he wants to pause and move on to the next point. You can do this by saying, if I understood you, this is what you wanted to say. Or you can actually tell the speaker what they have said. If what you have said does not agree with what the speaker has said, then the speaker will be in a position to know that his message is not gone across. Therefore, in that case, the speaker will know that at least somebody is listening. And it might not necessarily be you alone who hasn't understood the speaker, but quite a number of people also haven't actually understood what the speaker has said. So you should be in a position to, one, reformulate what the speaker has actually said, and two, summarize what the speaker has actually said. And if your summaries and your reformulation are correct, then we will be in a position, the speaker knows that he's actually addressing somebody who is an effective listener. There is a problem with a lot of people that when somebody is talking, they're already talking themselves as well. For example, when one is talking, I'm already thinking about what to say. Now, that is very wrong. While listening, don't think about what you yourself want to say. I repeat this. Do not think about what you yourself would want to say. Listen attentively to what the speaker is saying. By formulating what you want to say, you are going to miss exactly what the speaker wants to say. A lot of arguments in homes, in meetings and all that, have actually arisen from the fact that somebody has actually misunderstood what was supposed to be said. Therefore, an effective listener would sit quietly, allow the speaker to complete whatever they are saying. They are not scared to lose whatever question they are going to ask, because a lot of people give these excuses. Oh no, you see, if I don't think like that, I'll forget. I said, no. You are not listening. You do not want to listen. So what you need to do basically is to listen and eventually formulate your question. Still on that point, I just want to say that management in businesses, especially leaders, managers, supervisors, sometimes we are very guilty of this crime. When a subordinate walks in, we already know what they are going to say. When they open their mouth, we already, the flags are all up, and we are saying that this is why employees have got a tendency, or subordinates have got a tendency of leaving their brain power right at the door. They walk into the workplace, and they're not prepared to participate or to be fully engaged, and find that they lose that commitment they're supposed to have, to their firm. Why? Because as a leader, you are not listening to your employees or to your subordinates. There is also the need, for you, because, in terms of listening, having looked at all these points that we have actually, discussed, some people actually will go back and want to put all these things into practice, But there is a trick to some of these things. One, you would need to be as natural as possible. Now, can you imagine, we have already advised you that, when somebody is talking, you need to look at them in the eye. When I talk about looking at somebody in the eye, I'm not saying that you should continuously stare at the person and make the speaker uncomfortable. That's not what I'm saying. You should be in a position, now and again, to look at the speaker right into the eye. You disengage, you come back again, so that nobody is uncomfortable in this whole process. A natural posture, just being easy and showing that you are interested in the speaker's story or whatever is being said, is essential in terms of effective listening.